everybody, welcome back to Just a Sister Thing. This is Callie's Crafty Corner, and as you can see, I've been working for a little bit, and I came up with a design that I really liked, and I thought, oh, I'm going to share that with you for Tag Along Tuesday. And what it is a tag and a holder, and the tag holder flips open and has journaling space, but also it opens up and you can store other paper, pens, whatever you want in there. And the way that I would utilize this is I would probably glue this down on the page, and you could open it and access it or not. You don't ever have to. But the tag for Tag Along Tuesday is right here. And I thought that would be super fun. So why don't we get busy? One of the first things you need is just a basic wax paper bag, and they sell them for super cheap on Amazon, so not expensive at all. You can buy like 50 of them for, I don't know, under 10 bucks I think. So I just want to put the crease, there's a little, you can see right there, put that on the inside. Match my corners pretty good. Use my bone folder, and I want to ink it up with black for a change. And this is archival and permanent, so it lasts. You don't have to worry about it coming off, but you do have to worry about it smudging, like everywhere. So, just going to ink this up. I also opened it up and inked the inside. And actually, I'm just going to roll it. I'm okay with the circles because a lot of this is going to get covered. I'm not inking the top because we're going to be taking some of that off. It's way too tall. The junk journal that I'm working on is like 8 1/4, not real tall. And so I don't want that sticking out quite that far. So the next step is, never really know how to line these things or how much to put on them. It's kind of sad. I wing it every time. All right, we are lined back up. Let's see how we do here. Oh, it's a little squeaky. Okay. Yeah, that was much easier. Okay, so then I have this really nice raised pattern. It's still not quite long enough, so what I'm going to do is kind of match up the pattern a little bit and rerun it. And let's see here. It goes closer over to the side. So pretty lined up here. I think that'll look nice. Here we go. Squeaky again. And let's see how we did. Very pretty. The next thing that I did not get that inked very well, did I? I actually do need this for, because I cut off the top in a very pretty fancy way. And I bought these little cutters off the internet. And I think I'm going to use that one. And all I do is I go to the Dollar Tree, I buy a cheap little photo, $1, well, everything is $1.25 now, $1 photo keeper. I throw down a little slice of magnet in there, and it holds it pretty good, can't complain. And then I have easy access to cutters that I use more frequently. So I do want this to be about 7.5 inches on the sides. And then I'm okay with it being a little bit taller and then it'll stick out of the book. Totally comfortable with that. But what I want to do is mark this. I hope I'm in frame. Please bear with me if I'm not. Mark that there. Come back over here on this side. And you don't normally have to do this with these Sizzix. But this one here is a little bit tricky. So I do mark it. So as you can see, I've got this little corner here, that little corner there. They're both slightly above that line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of tape. See what I got here? Nope, that's not very sticky. And some of these washi tapes are not sticky at all, and you kind of have to use glue on them when you use them in the book. But in this case, I think we'll be okay. It doesn't help that this is a waxed coating, so there isn't a whole lot that sticks to it. Here's my little mark. Come back down. And if this doesn't hold up real well, I'll have to bring out the painter's tape. Trying to avoid that. Alright, so I'm using all 3 pads on the bottom. Still lined up pretty good. I'm okay if it's not perfect. And little zippity-doo-dah here. And you hear a crunch, so that means that it's definitely coming through. This is a nice little scrap for something else for later. It's going to go in my scrap pile. Okay, so now we have this pretty top on the envelope. And got my inker, my little inky dinky doo. Ink that up. I did forget that side, so I'm also going to ink that. Flip it. Okay, for the inside, I used 2 things. I have this paper that I just love and I've had for forever. It came out of a diary, and so I use it a lot, but I'm getting low on it and I know I'll never find it again. I'm a little concerned. So I'm going to line that up and rip it. And then I'm also going to kind of mark it. Kind of eyeball it. Rip it again. Just to add some interest, I'm going to pop some little rounded corners on the top. Sometimes my little ancient thing lets me down there, my little corner rounder. Now these, I just inked up with brown. Because they're very simple, they're just going to go into a little journal spot. Now, this paper is obviously shiny, it's waxed. I did not want to take any chances that anything was going to stick to that as far as a glue stick or whatever. So I actually used my Fabri-Tac. That's not a lot of inking. It's just, you know, just mildly inked. Get out of there, little guy. Okay, so that is what I did. I used my Fabri-Tac. Is it overkill? Could be. I don't know. But I have other things that I have glued with waxy paper and did not have any success. So I'm not taking any chances with this little guy. I just popped it on there. Hopefully straighter. Yeah, well, a little bit straighter than that. Okay. And since I made the other one, I kind of tested it. And once the Fabri-Tac dried, I did not have any problem with it. Line up the bottom a little bit here. I don't like that middle part there is not inky enough. So I'm going to run some black ink down it. Okay. That little crease in there a little bit tighter. Run right down it. Okay. Just feel a little better about that. When this is closed, I was kind of worried because once you run it through the machines, it kind of sticks and it continues to stick. So what I wanted to do was put something on there. Oh, I apologize for the noise. So I have these cute little dictionary pages, and I think that this was a Christmas present, so I think it came off of Amazon Prime, I assume, because I think my sister does a lot of shopping there, and they're such cute little dictionary cards, and then when you get them, they're all done. You just tear out one, and you don't have to search through the actual dictionary. Put some darkness around that. And then I also was not a big fan of how white it was. So I took a little bit of my Oxide Vintage Photo, and I just kind of darkened it a little bit. And fold it. Pop this in here. Again, this is something that you would ordinarily just use your glue stick for. And I did not put it on so that it stuck out real far, because I don't know where I'm going to glue it on the page. I just wanted it so that you could see it. Then you know that's where you're going to open that. Okay, next step is we need to build a pocket. I lied. Next step is I really inked. I wanted this inked. I wanted a little bit grungy. And also, this pocket needs some black ink as well. Even though we're going to decorate it. Okay. This is paper to paper, so I'm okay with that. So we go to Dollar Tree today and found this really cool set of stickers, and I loved it. Loved it, so I had to have that. It's like that ice cream place. Gotta have it. I think it's what they shout when you order a large, and yes, someone ever order a large. Hi, Newbie. Newbie, my buddy. He's bored with me. I love that. I mean, it's very drippy, very unusual. Kind of matches the brown wax paper. And I think what I'm actually going to do is get a little bit of gold here. Just put a little dot there. and I just use metallics. This is Folk Art metallics, but any metallics, really, they're pretty comparable. And I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to put some streaks on here. This is a get messy job. Earlier I was working obviously with some gesso, so kind of tend to get my hands in the process. Yeah, I like that. That pulls that together. And this kind of looks like rain falling down. Very cool. These are super, super, super sticky, so I'm not going to worry about gluing them. Sometimes you do have to worry about that. But not with these particular little metal ones. Oh, forgot my ribbon. Back up. Abort. Abort mission. Okay. Oh, happy accidents. I don't think this one was a happy accident. That's okay though. It's nice to know that everybody makes mistakes. So, where am I going to put this back down? Maybe right there. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I told you in my last video we're going to be seeing this because I love this green. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. It's very torn on the edges. Oh, I just love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Back to the glue stick. Gotta fix our mistakes. There maybe. Pop that down there. And now, of course, I am going to have to use this. I just said we don't have to use it, but okay. Cover that little boo-boo. All better. Okay. Make sure that's down. It's down pretty good. Put these away for another adventure. Okay, yeah. So I have a little Artie Maze sign here. Just another random number. Messes up my family. Okay. Ink that in. Little dab of glue. Make sure it's not upside down, which it is. Let that dry a little bit. And trim this off. Pull that out a little bit. I like it when it's a little jaggedy. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. So also, while I was at the Dollar Tree today, they had all kinds of stencils. And they, of course, had them for $1. I think they're at $1.25 now. That's okay. It's well worth it. So I do want this to sit inside there. So I'm just going to make a little mark here. And if you think I'm going to freehand that, you would be wrong, because my freehanding is pretty bad. And I only want this to be about 3 inches wide. Use these on another project, I'm sure. If not, I'll just hoard it, because that's what we do. Okay. So again, I'm working on this Book of Shadows, and I'm using the Leanna Scrap School of Magic. So I'm going to use this. Like so. Tear that down a little bit. I'm going to let this sit over here to the side and dry. Okay. So I've got this side here, which is very shiny, so really nothing's going to stick to it except for Fabri-Tac. Some of you may have more luck than I do. I cannot use a glue stick on that. So I'll line this up. What do I want? Make sure his little head is in there. Yep. Some of that pretty writing. And I think I'm just going to fold this over, because I'm going to do some patchwork on the back. so I found this cool little thing at a garage sale. Has these great big staples in it. I never get it lined up right, so bear with me. Like, historically never. We're going to see how this goes today. I have this pretty tool. All right, everybody, cross your fingers. It's funny because it has all kinds of little markings of where to put your paper. I never get it right. Oh, it's so hard to push too. Yep, nope, see, totally off. Let's see here. Can I get it back out? That is like mistake number 2, I think. All right, what's it going to look like if I do 2? 2 that probably won't be lined up. It's hideous. It's just awful. If you can't laugh at yourself, as I frequently have to. But I love that thing, and I do always try. And I don't think they make a staple puller big enough to pull them back out. There are probably people who are watching this who are horrified, but it is part of the process. Making mistakes is part of the process. I could easily cut this out and edit it, but how honest would that be? But as you can see, the staples are beautiful. Okay, do I have another in there? Nope. That's okay. Let's see, here's what we're gonna do. Put that together. Where's my itty bitty stapler? He is, oh my goodness, right here. Sorry for bumping the camera. So I have this little one. Those little tiny staples. Little staple. Just not real pretty like the other ones. These ones are gorgeous. You know what? I think I could tack that in there. I might be able to. Ow, right through my finger. Ah, at some point, call it a night. Pin those all down. I do like it. I'm so stubborn, but look how pretty it is. It's perfect. All right, where's our little envelope? Okay. Look how pretty. Despite the injury and the mistakes, I think it's a very pretty little folder. And opens. And it also opens again. Very, very nice. I think that would be a great addition to just about any journal. So I hope that you will attempt it. Don't stab your finger. It's not as fun as it seems. And give it a whirl. I forgot the feather, guys. Gotta have a feather in this. It's part of the magic. Oh my. I mean, come on. Gotta have it. How did I forget? Now I feel that my mission here is complete. Now you guys have a great night.